Zakia from December's Divine 555. To all my December warriors, welcome back. To any new viewers, welcome to my channel. You're also welcome here. Sending everyone peace, love, most importantly, truth. Again, hope everyone is doing well. And we're just here to do a divine energy update. And this is going to center around the new moon in Sagittarius. That is coming up on December the 14th, okay? We're going to just see what it is that Spirit wants us to know. Leading up to that point, we have a lot of planetary alignments and shifts that are taking place that are going to be affecting everyone differently. We just came off of that full moon in Gemini, okay, which we will still be experiencing those energies several weeks from this point. That also was a lunar eclipse, okay, that full moon in Gemini. Lunar eclipses are all about endings, okay, completions, cycles. So we're going to go ahead and call in some help, and then we're going to do a little bit of discussion about the alignments before we go ahead and talk about some of these beautiful energies that I pulled for this reading. There's so much to talk about in terms of the world, your place in it, balance, how we're all coping. December 21st. If you look at my last divine update or my spirit sage reading, there's a lot of information in there about the great conjunction between Jupiter and Saturn. But we'll touch on that as well in this reading. But really, whatever comes up surrounding these energies here of communication, guide, union, and the fifth dimension. So these are some beautiful cards that came out that Spirit wants me to go further into. We're going to pull some cards in relation to timelines from Moonology, and we're going to move forward with some oracles and then pull some tarot to get the messages. So, all-knowing Spirit, all-knowing source, divine Spirit, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, Uriel, Sandalphon, Archangel, Metatron, all of the archangels who are with me, guiding, loving, supporting. East, south, west, north, ascended masters, 5D and above, ancestors, ancient ancestors, inner earth, 5D and above. Allow me to be the channel to bring forth truthful, clear, and precise messages for the collective. Allow me to tap into the energies that are prevalent in order to bring forth the most important and the most healing messages for those who need them the most. Thank you so much. Okay, guys, so we're just going to clear. So back to the discussion about, you know, astrologies and planets. I'm not going to go too deep, just going to do the basics. We just came out of the full moon, the lunar eclipse in Gemini, okay? And mostly all of the planets are moving direct. I believe Venus is still in Scorpio. Should be heading towards Sagittarius pretty soon. Matters in relation to finances, love, relationships are feeling pretty heavy right now. All of the deep things that may have been overlooked or hidden will be coming forward toward the forefront while Venus is in Scorpio, okay? Venus typically does well in the planets they're at home, the signs that they're at home in, like Taurus, Libra. But in Scorpio, Venus is pushed to go deep, okay? And it can be uncomfortable for Venus. But Venus will be moving into Sagittarius pretty soon, where, again, it's not home like it's in Taurus or Libra, but it's going to be lighter than being in Scorpio, okay? I personally, natally, my Venus is in Sagittarius along with 2 other planets, okay? I have a stellium in Sagittarius along with the Sun and Neptune. So, you know, so again, Venus will be moving into Sagittarius. Well, it'll be a lot lighter than being in Scorpio. There will be a bit of lightheartedness, a little bit of relief after having to, you know, being forced to go a bit deep to face things that may have been under the surface, and now moving into a period where things can be communicated about with a more broader view in terms of the bigger picture, and with the goal of forward movement, expansion, all of those things that Jupiter brings to Sagittarius, being its lord. Now, we also have Mercury, which moved into Sagittarius on December 1st. All right, so that's, again, a lot of energy around multitasking, getting things done, vocalizing, direction, expansion in terms of getting your ideas and your views across in a way that is inspiring. Okay, so Neptune is moving forward. All right, so things could be still a bit misty, a bit foggy in terms of having a very clear picture, but things are picking up. Things are getting lighter with all of the Sagittarius energy. The Sun, of course, is in Sag, and the whole idea is that we're moving, okay, into this energy of expansion and knowledge, ideas and ideals, which brings us to Saturn, Jupiter. They're both moving into Aquarius really soon, which again is pushing us to that beautiful energy of, again, communication, guide, union, 5th dimension. So let's back it back up. Mercury moved into Sagittarius on December 1st. And between December 10th and December 13th, we have a couple of planetary alignments that are going to affect us, okay? We have a Sun-Mars trine, and of course the Sun is in Sagittarius. That's fire. Mars is moving direct in Aries, so that's double fire. All right, so that'll be a nice boost of energy in preparation for everything that's happening with the shift, with this great conjunction, with the winter solstice, December 21st. So that second week in December, December 10th through December 13th, we have a Sun-Mars trine, Sagittarius, Aries. So that's brain power plus warrior energy that's going to propel us forward in terms of ideas, in terms of executing those ideas, in terms of being passionate about what we believe in. Okay, again, Sagittarius is sun. The sun is in Sagittarius, and that's that Jupiter expansion, religion, philosophy, ideas. So compare that with the Mars energy with Aries, okay, moving direct. That's, again, a good boost for this period of time, much needed, on point, with that Sun-Mars trine, December 10th through December 13th. December 13th, we also have a Mercury Neptune square. So anytime you have squares, that's kind of like, it can go either way, but when you have Mercury and Neptune squaring, that's an active mind, Mercury energy, okay, Virgo, Gemini, that's an active mind, that's very mercurial, that's thinking, that's a heightened imagination, all right? I can imagine at that period of time, all of this is like right there at the peak of a lot that's going to be happening. I think December 14th is when the electoral votes go in, and we may have some type of finalization on the election. You know, a lot's going on. So we're going to need that boost, that Sun-Mars trine between Sagittarius, Aries, Sun-Mars, brain and warrior energy to prepare us for, again, December 13th, December 14th, Neptune, Mercury square. All right, again, Mercury energy, Gemini, Virgo, service, information, communication between siblings, family, acute communication. So things coming in quickly, ideas, you know, getting your point across. Couple all of this with the fact that Mercury's in Sagittarius, so a lot to process. So when you have a Mercury and Neptune square, that's all that information, heightened imagination, intellect, with no judgment, because Neptune, of course, is direct, and Neptune is the prince, okay, or princess of illusion or delusion or fog, mist, not having all of the information or something being unclear. Okay, so that's, you know, a lot of imagination with possibly no judgment. Okay, just a lot of information running on high, a lot of information, a lot of opinions. Okay, and this could be things that's going on around you. It could be things that's going on within you, things you're trying to communicate to others, you know, so be mindful of that Neptune and Mercury square, because judgment may be off with the Neptune energy squaring Mercury. So it'll definitely be a period of creativity and inspiration, but be mindful of deception, lies, and just the energy of trying to convince others of your opinions, or allowing others to convince you of something that you have been cemented in and that you're sure of. So just standing your ground, being hyper aware of your beliefs during this period, okay? Leading into the 13th, the 14th, which is the very same day that brings us to the new moon in Sagittarius, okay? So this is very important energy, so it can affect all of you differently depending on where these planets lie in your chart, the houses, the degrees, all right? Obviously, it's a new moon in Sagittarius, so if you have Sagittarius, powerful placements of Sagittarius in your chart, in your sun, your rising, your moon, your Jupiter, it can affect you in many different ways, okay? Also Gemini, because it's the polar opposite, and Virgo, really any of the mutable signs, okay? A lot of the mutable signs are being impacted quite a bit with these shifts, and also fixed signs. So it's forcing you to be either way. Like if you're more mutable, when you're a mutable sign, you are equipped to mutate, mutable, to change your ideas, your views, your values to fit your circumstances. That is your gift from the universe. When you're a fixed sign, you expect things, people, ideas to change to fit your stance. So all of that's being tested right now, okay? If you're more mutable, you're being forced to be firm, to plant your feet either here or there. If you're fixed, you're being forced and urged by the universe to lessen your stance, to be open to the new, to be open to another way. Okay, so that's what this new moon in Sagittarius is bringing. It's going to be a very positive shift, in my opinion. Okay, so the new moon, December 14th, it's going to be a lunar eclipse. Okay, so the same way we had it's going to be a solar eclipse. So the same way we had the lunar eclipse in Gemini with the full moon on the 30th of November, this is a solar eclipse. And I'm still feeling the energy of the full moon in Gemini. That's why, so many thoughts, couple that with the Sagittarius energy, with the sun, and then approaching this new moon in Sagittarius. And Mercury's in Sagittarius is very easy to have a lot of information to come out, and to, have the words come out before the thoughts are processed. So again, solar eclipse that we're approaching. The lunar eclipse in Gemini was all about completions, okay? A lunar eclipse it definitely wraps up a cycle. And the solar eclipse is like a new beginning. It's the beginning of something new. So there was a lunar eclipse in Sagittarius, okay? It was a full moon, okay? And it was in June. And on Monday, December the 14th, there's a solar eclipse at the Sagittarius new moon. Okay, so if you were born on the 14th or a day or two before or after, this eclipse will mean that something important, okay, is in store for you, or that's coming with the new year. Now, new moons are usually about, it's the darkest point, okay, in the lunar cycle. And traditionally, it's a quiet energy, and it favors new beginnings, okay? But the fact that this is a solar eclipse as well, very intense, powerful energy. This new moon is going to kind of put a halt, to that new beginning energy. So it's almost as if you're at a crossroad. So it's urging you to prepare a bit, before making any new decisions. It's just reevaluating a bit, taking your time before this intense, powerful start to whatever is happening for you happens. Okay, so with the lunar eclipse, it's just saying put off anything life-changing until this energy passes. All right. Love, finances, all the things we talked about initially are going to be impacted, because right after this new moon in Sagittarius, on the 15th of December, like I said, guys, it's so much happening this month, and it's so important to be prepared. But again, the new moon, solar eclipse, Sagittarius, December 14th, after that energy builds up, the very next day is when Venus enters Sagittarius. And it's going to lighten things up, like I said in the initial, as I initially started this Astro Talk chat. It's going to lighten things up because Venus was in Scorpio. Okay, so things were more intense, things were more deep. And it's going to add a bit of lightheartedness, adventurous spirit to love, to the heavier issues around finances and relationships. And that's going to bring us more into Venus being in Scorpio, a lot of intense things coming up from the past, whether it's twin flame unions, whether it's in family situations, parts of yourself, your own shadow that has been coming up for review, addictions, all of the heavy stuff. I think it's coming to a full cycle with this new moon in Sagittarius, and then with Venus moving into Sagittarius on the 15th. It's going to make for a lightness to come over these issues, these relationships, and moving into like new adventures, new beginnings. And of course, on December 16th, that's when Saturn is moving direct into Aquarius. And a few days after that, Jupiter, on December 19th, will be moving to join Saturn in Aquarius. And that's going to lead us right into the great Jupiter-Saturn conjunction that will begin the next week. Shortly after that, Mercury will be going into Capricorn on December 20th, which is my birthday, my Earth Day. And it'll be like time to get down to business for whatever is to come, whatever is to evolve into what it is that is going to be groundbreaking, extraordinary, awe-inspiring. With the new year to come. Okay, so that was our astro chat. This reading is all about the new moon in Sagittarius, how that's affecting relationships, forward movement, and we're just going to get and find out whatever Spirit wants us to know, leading into these powerful alignments as we're moving into this powerful newness, Aquarius energy, the Aquarian age. This Saturn, Pluto, this Jupiter Saturn conjunction is a big deal, and all of these cards that we have that Spirit has given us is going to give us a little bit more information. Okay, and I do believe that the new moon in Sagittarius is going to be the spark that gets everything going. So that being said, I will also timestamp this reading so that if anybody wants to, fast forward past the astrology or the astro chat, and kind of get right into the reading, I'll also timestamp the oracle guidance if that's not necessary for you as well. We're going to start with Moonology, and we're going to get some oracle guidance and possibly a timeline, and as we get started with the reading, we're going to move from there and just get the most important messages, whatever comes through. New moon in Sagittarius. Shift energy. Okay. What are the important messages, please? That's way too many cards. What are the important messages? Okay. And we have the new moon eclipse. We have the new moon eclipse. And we have the blue moon. All right. So to me, this is a timeline. We had the blue moon, I believe, was that the full moon in Taurus? That we just completed a cycle with the blue moon. We had the hunter's moon. Yeah, I believe that was in Taurus. The hunter's moon. I think it may have been a full, yeah, it was a full moon, because we had the new moon in Scorpio after that, and we just had the full moon in Gemini, and the new moon will be in Sagittarius. So yes, the full moon in and the full moon in Taurus here. This is very significant for someone, okay? Obviously globally, but personally as well. Believe in the impossible. The hunter's moon was all about gathering, preparing for your harvest. The blue moon is let me double check that. The blue moon energy. Yeah. That was a Taurus full moon. That was a Taurus full moon. At the end of October, going into November. Best time of the year for finishing up projects, getting closure on love relationships, and finances. At this point, Venus was in Libra, okay, after a retrograde period of being in Scorpio, and all of the intense energy of October 31st, Halloween. And they call it the blue moon because it's the second full moon. It was the second full moon in the month of October, I believe. So that's why it's a blue moon. And then you get that saying once in a blue moon. So situations, circumstances, things that happen that don't normally happen. All right, so this was a catalyst, in my opinion. A catalyst. This was also the beginning of daylight savings time. All right, so yeah. So yeah, full moon in Taurus. Believe in the impossible. The blue moon here was a catalyst, I believe. And then, of course, the other card that we have is new moon eclipse. And what are we speaking of here? What are we basing this energy, this reading around? The new moon in Sagittarius, December 14th, which is also a solar eclipse. Very, very powerful. Spirit is talking here. And expect powerful change. Expect powerful change. It's all about faith here. Hope. Believe in the impossible. Blue moon. As the saying goes, some things happen only once in a blue moon. In other words, hardly ever. Drawing this card suggests you're about to get a rare chance, and that something one-off could well be about to happen. This card is a very positive sign. If you felt like you're hoping for too much or asking too much of the universe, whatever you are asking about, well, it might only happen once in a blue moon, but it can happen. However, with this rare opportunity before you, it's important that you believe in it. If you convince yourself that whatever you're asking about can never go in your favor, then guess what? It won't go in your favor. Be grateful for this card, which is a reminder to believe in your dreams. Believe in your dreams. This is a lucky card. Miss this chance and it might not come back anytime soon. What happened may only happen once. The person you're inquiring about is a rare find. If you can believe it, you can achieve it. This situation is unlikely to repeat. That's the energy around believe in the impossible. The blue moon. This was a catalyst energy. The end of October, beginning of November. All right, this was a catalyst energy. And it's bringing me back to the fixed energy and the mutable energy. All right, fixed signs, mutable signs. Also, there are usually 3 full moons between each equinox and solstice, and vice versa. Sometimes, though, we get 4 full moons in a single season. When that happens, the third of the season's 4 full moons is called a blue moon. These days, it's popular to use the blue moon for the second full moon in any calendar month that has 2 full moons. Again, this is representative of the catalyst, okay, for what's the shifts that are taking place now, which leads us to the important energy here, which is the new moon eclipse, which is literally happening on December 14th in the sign of Sagittarius. New moon eclipse. If you want affirmation that you can achieve your dreams and get the desired outcome in the situation you're asking about, then this is it. This is a card of beginnings, and there are powerful energies at work, but be prepared. It could be quite a ride, and events now could even be jarring and uncomfortable. However, any new direction you take will almost always lead somewhere better than where you are at the moment. Whatever is happening now is happening for a reason. You'll appreciate later on. A new portal is opening up, and all you have to do is have the courage to forget about the past and move through it. You're being put back on the right path. There is nothing to fear. Expect powerful change. New moon eclipse, which is December 14th in the sign of Sagittarius. And it's a lunar eclipse. Never mind the past. Life evolves every single day. Evolve backwards is love. Okay? True love is evolving. It's evolution. It's the 8th universal law of everything is in a state of becoming always. Detachment, love, letting go, being free. Okay? This card additionally means yes, yes, 1,000 times yes. You're being shunted towards your life purpose. Whatever is happening now is happening for your highest and greatest good. This is an important turning point in your life. The new moon eclipses are among the most exciting astrological events. They herald a complete change of pace. It's as though you're headed in one direction, probably being guided by your ego. And then here comes the divine, the goddess or spirit, to turn you instead to face the direction you're actually meant to go, regardless of whatever or whether or not there's a new moon eclipse happening. When you pull this card, it's a powerful affirmation of possible and positive turnarounds. All right, so powerful changes, positive signs, and divine intervention, being put right back on track, onto the path in which you're meant to go for your greatest and highest good. And that's how we'll go ahead and start this reading. And like they said, whether or not you pull this card on a new moon eclipse doesn't matter, but this is being pulled on a new moon eclipse, a solar eclipse. Most exciting astrological event because it heralds a complete change of pace, a new direction. Wow. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we did have the new moon in Cancer. We are going to be, we have the new moon in Sagittarius, and then we're going to have a full moon in Cancer. So this is kind of right on track here, but you and your loved ones are safe. I feel like that's a really important card to see right now. You and your loved ones are safe. Okay, feminine energy, Cancer. And we'll leave it at that as we get into the overall fated energy of this reading. And before we do that, we're going to just go ahead and pull one oracle and tie that into this reading as well. And I'm just getting you again. So again, energy in terms of unions, people coming together, soul tribes coming together, twin flames coming together, souls that were born for this moment, born for this space and time of this great awakening on the planet, to come together to do great powerful things, to be pilgrims in the new world, to change lives and destiny. So I just got you again. So I feel like something is coming back around. People are coming back around. Souls that are meant to unite again are uniting again. Because remember, these are the cards that spawn this reading. Communication, guide, union, and the fifth dimension. You again? Where are we going? Where are we headed? New moon in Sagittarius. Major planetary shifts that are happening. That only happen once in a blue moon. Wow. Okay. All-knowing source, divine spirit. And can we get an oracle message, please? Can we get an oracle message for the collective to guide this reading? Woo. Goodness gracious. That flew out. We have activation. Wow. There were 3 cards that flew out. Oh, wow. Bottom of the deck, instinct. Okay, instinct. But these are the cards that came out. We have moon, wind, ice. Ice is still water, even though it's frozen, okay? It's like light codes. We're all made up of water. Water is energy. We're crystals because, you know, 11:11, that was just on the clock just now. But if there's crystals, properties in water, and we're made up of mostly water, then we are living, breathing crystals. Even in ice, thousands and thousands and thousands of years ago, DNA, codes, all of that is saved in water. So here we have water, we have wind, which is all about higher knowledge, communication from the higher realms. And then we have the new moon, okay, promise. And what is this reading about? It's about the new moon in Sagittarius. All right. So this is really amazing. Again, it's kind of mimicking this overall energy here. Communication, guide, union in the 5th dimension. This is a period where there's going to be a lot of activation in terms of DNA, ascension. And then we have icebergs submerge, breaking barriers. Moving into this new moon energy of the promise. So let's get into this. Okay, so I want to do iceberg submerged first. Whatever you suppress or deny and attempt to keep out of conscious awareness will show up somewhere and somehow. These are your shadow aspects. At one time, you put them out of your consciousness for good reason, yet they remain contained by shame and guilt. Sometimes these submerged aspects of yourself are projected onto others so that they mirror those denied or suppressed parts of you, and you may even harshly judge these characteristics when they are exhibited. This is about mirroring. This is about, going deep, doing the shadow work. Now is the time to allow these elements to surface and embrace them. I do believe that Scorpio season, as well as Venus being in Scorpio right now, heading into Sagittarius, is leading us into a period where a lot of that shadow work has been done, and there have been parts and of ourselves and others have had to work through. Now is the time to allow these elements to surface and embrace them. These may make up some sort of self-expression, a secret dream you wish to accomplish, or even uglier aspects that are difficult to acknowledge or accept. Whatever you have submerged deep inside of you, this is your opportunity to pay attention to those things and welcome them to the family called you. Going deep. And we'll tackle wind activation, which to me is all about communication. It's about ascension codes. It's about upgrades in DNA and ascension. The lethargy you feel is the result of a lack of activation. In other words, something that stirs you or your senses. This could be anything from walking outdoors, feeling the breeze on your body, or inhaling the different aromas that nature herself provides. Or it could be finding the pleasure in a warm bath that helps you release the tensions and stress from your mind and body. Music may activate your hearing, which sparks the pleasure centers in your brain. Art may activate your emotional responses. The touch of another human may activate a deep need to be physically held in some manner once again. Now is the time for action. Engage in some activity and be fully present so that you forget about your surroundings and enter into that timeless and multidimensional experience of union with the forces of your creative attention. Let your physical body be active. Movement alone, whether quickly or quietly dancing by yourself or hiking up that hill over yonder, will require you to be as present as possible in your body. Enjoy. So whatever you're experiencing in terms of ascension symptoms, aches, pains, there's a lot that's going to be going on right now, and you're being urged to focus on the things that you love, focus on the things that keep your vibrations high, okay? As there are going to be a lot of things going on around you, it's important to connect with your physical avatar, your physical body, okay? Because at the same time, there's going to be a lot of activation, DNA activations, upgrades, crown chakra opening, people awakening. So it's important to be grounded, okay, while this communication is coming in. And the last card we have is the new moon, okay, which is what this reading is all about. New moon and promise. This is the time to launch a project, a new relationship, or renew something that has been put aside for a later date. With your intention and willingness to allow a full cycle to complete itself, that which you desire will manifest. The seed of that idea is ready to emerge from the darkness of your subconscious into your full awareness. The next step is to put into action what is required to fully realize this idea. A promise has two meanings. It can be a commitment and guarantee to yourself or someone else that a particular thing will happen, or it can imply that something specific is expected to happen. When your will is aligned with the will of Spirit and your intention is focused upon what you wish to have happen, there will be fulfillment and the promise is kept. Okay, so again, this definitely is all about the new moon energy coupled with a solar eclipse. Intensity, promises being fulfilled, activation, assistance from your guides, communication from the higher realms, which can lead to union within yourself, sacred union, as well as new beginnings, new earth, fifth dimension, moving from 3D to 5D. Okay, so this is what this new moon is moving the collective towards. So we're going to move forward and get the faded overall energy for this reading, and then we're going to move and dive right into the tarot messages. Okay, all the decks have been pre-shuffled, but we're going to go ahead and share in your energy here. What's the faded overall energy for this reading? We have the Wheel of Fortune. Beautiful. Wheel of Fortune is Jupiterian energy. Jupiter is the Lord of Sagittarius. The new moon, okay, expect powerful changes. New moon eclipse is in Sagittarius, December 14th, okay? So again, Jupiterian energy, Sagittarius energy, this is all about cycles, destiny, the wheel turning in your favor, information, expansion. This is Jupiter moving forward into Aquarius. This is that great conjunction between Jupiter and Saturn that's going to be extraordinary. The Wheel of Fortune, upright, it's definitely all about all things coming full circle, both good and bad, okay? And the upright, it's good karma, it's blessings, it's luck. Again, forward movement. Fate. And the most important thing is cycle closing. Cycle closing. Again, major arcana with the Wheel of Fortune, and it is the number 10. The end of chaos, the end of resistance with this new moon in Sagittarius. Wow. let's see what else. Faded overall energy. What was the important messages? Faded overall energy for this reading, please. Okay. And we have, oh, wow. The world and justice. Justice is number 11. So we go from the 10 with the wheel of fortune, Jupiterian energy, Sagittarius energy, new moon in Sagittarius, lunar eclipse, and we go right to justice, which is 10 to 11. All right, 10 to 11. These two cards combined equal, reduces to the number 3, because 10 breaks down to 1, 11, 2, that's 3. That's all about balance. Okay, higher consciousness, ascension, ascendant master, higher levels of consciousness and teachings. All right, so again, 10, 11, justice card here is all about the scales being balanced. Okay, karma, equilibrium, divine justice. If this is also legalities, wrapping things up, bringing things to fruition. The end to a corrupt society. And the world, which is all about Saturn. So we have Jupiter, we have Saturn, right in between we have justice. Jupiter, Saturn conjunction. Its balance being restored to the earth. Jupiter, again, expansion, philosophy, religion, vision, how you see these things. And we just had the full moon eclipse in Gemini. Right now, the North Node is in Gemini, the South Node is in Sagittarius, and it's changing how we have viewed these issues revolving around the truth, religion, outdated ideas in the past. And of course, the world represents Saturn, which is about illusions and the 3D, materialism, business, systems of law, government. So 3D versus 5D, everything coming into balance. And fairness. This is the end of lack of accountability, corruption. This is like, if you could paint a picture of the Great Awakening, the Jupiter-Saturn conjunction, and balance being restored to Mother Gaia, this would be the picture. Okay? And once again, what did I say? Mutable signs and fixed signs are getting a hit during this period. But we're moving. We're pushing toward the end of the cycle. The world represents Saturn, karma, lessons, all of the fixed energies, okay? Scorpio, Aquarius, Leo, and Taurus. And again, there's action, okay? Libra is the energy surrounding justice, and Libra is cardinal energy, all right? So action, moving toward this great divide, this great shift, this Jupiter-Saturn conjunction, expansion, and seeing the vision clearly, moving into what's destined, what's fated, okay? Wow. On the bottom of the deck, we do have Death in reverse, and this is about, again, those deeply submerged things, and it could be on either spectrum. Shadow work, okay? The things that we keep hidden, which we're all working on that right now. Venus is still in Scorpio, all right? So this could be shadow work. This could be parts of ourselves that we need to face, integrate, transmute, heal, find balance within. This could also be on the other end of the spectrum, just the things in relation to how we love, how we teach, how we learn, how we give of ourselves in terms of our creativity, in terms of our purpose. All of those things being pulled out from the depths to the surface. The unthawing of our true natures. The unthawing of our true natures once this major activation comes into effect. And this could also indicate a resistance to that change, okay, by those who are choosing another path, those who your vibration no longer resonate with. Because Scorpio, I mean, the death card is Scorpio energy, it's Pluto energy, okay? Pluto is the ruler of Scorpio, and it's about restrictions, it's about power dynamics. In reverse, this is stagnant energy. This is the need to hold on to the old, the inability to let go and release, to face yourself, to lay down the weapon and release it all, so that there can be a transformation, allowing the snake to eat itself and to evolve. This is, again, resistance, denial, obsession, and that could prevent this DNA, this purpose, this great awakening happening and opening up to what's to come, keeping everything submerged. We are trying to evolve. We're trying to activate, all right? We are trying to move forward. We have the Wheel of Fortune and Saturn, both cards of completion. The cycle is done. Right in the hands, we have the 8, okay? That's all about equilibrium. That's all about mirroring, abundance coming in. But you have to let the cycle end. You have to let the cycle end, all right? The world also represents closure, no regrets, moving forward with confidence. And that can't be done holding on to the past, to old paradigms, old timelines. Okay? It's all about the new. And that's what this new moon in Sagittarius is is really about believing in the impossible, expecting powerful changes, and justice. This is also represented by the number 11, okay, which is also about a portal. And this card was talking about, with this new moon eclipse, allowing yourself to walk through that portal without being held back. Okay? Again, this definitely is speaking to me of unions. This is speaking to me of twin flame connections. This is speaking to me of sacred union within yourself. Okay? Very powerful new moon in Sagittarius. Okay. And we're going to start with this tarot. Okay. Let's see if we can get one last card to bring together these energies. We're going to pull from the Spirit of the Dark and Light, just to tie in all the faded overall energy before we do a spread with the tarot. One oracle. Oops. All right, that's 3 cards. I just want one. All right, so we have autumn, harvest, midnight, and we have the Spirit of the Pumpkin. All right, so that brings me back to the energy of the Catalyst card here. Believe in the impossible, blue moon energy. And this, again, was the full moon in Taurus, October 31st, which is very fitting with this the Spirit of the Pumpkin card. All right, this was the Catalyst. All right, so believe in the impossible. It's like Cinderella when the pumpkin was made into a chariot. Chariot is 7 energy. It's all about confidence, passion for movement, divine inspiration on a path. Is Cancer energy. So it has something to do with the matriarch energy. Also, twin flames. Chariot energy is very powerful. It's for movement. If there has been energies of connections that have been halted because of frequency issues, this is an energy of coming together. Something that you may have thought could not be, that happens once in a blue moon. This was the catalyst here, October 31st. And this is definitely about, and again, that full moon is like the hunter's moon. It's all about gathering, hunting, and preparing for what's to come. And what's to come is very important with this new moon energy in Sagittarius. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with this spread. the bottom of the deck, we have Spirit of the Fae, all right, mischief, play, and fantasy, all right. So the Fae is like the fairy realm, and it's almost, it's the energy of Sagittarius. It's the new moon in Sagittarius. It's all about letting go of logic and allowing that heart energy to guide you. It's about adventure. It's about hope, faith, belief, determination, and letting go of control. Letting go of control. Letting go of resistance and allowing for a transformation to happen. What can we expect with these energies, and what does it mean for the new moon in Sagittarius? Okay. Those are important messages. We have the Six of Cups in reverse. We have the Ten of Pentacles. We have the Three of Wands in reverse with the Magician. Wow. Okay. Very interesting. So, with the Six of Pentacles, the Six of Cups in reverse, this is scorpionic energy or water, and Six of Cups could represent an emotional, deep emotional connection. It could be soulmate, it could be past life, family, twin flame, but it's a bonded connection. That it could also represent pain. In reverse, this is a possible deep melancholy feelings in relation to a connection. This is not so favorable memories in relation to a connection, a circumstance, childhood memories. Six of Cups in reverse is painful experiences, remembered childhood trauma, deep wounding in relation to abuse, neglect, feeling naive, overall troubled feeling in relation to how you're remembering something or someone. What I'm getting, this is how it looks upright, but what I'm getting here is like the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. You know, breaking that cycle, breaking that that conditioning, breaking free of what was and stepping into the new. All right, so Six of Cups in reverse, scorpionic energy or water. Then we have the Ten of Pentacles upright. All right, so this is, to me, breaking that cycle of ancestral karma, deep wounding, pain, emotional pain, and stepping into better times, better experiences. Ten of Pentacles is Virgo energy or Earth, and it's about your birthright. It's about freedom. It's about harmony and value being placed on family, on achievement. So the Six of Cups in reverse with the Ten of Pentacles is moving away from burdens, old ways of processing the emotions, and moving into your inheritance. Something stable, something abundant. This could be in wealth, this could be in a relationship, career, but it's a feeling of satisfaction after a long period of confusion. And this could be in relation to divine unions, purpose, etc. The next card we have is the Three of Wands in reverse. So this is Aries energy or fire, and the Three of Wands is all about planning, plotting, strategizing, seeing the way, feeling the way, seeing your ships coming in. In reverse, there is this feeling of non-action and stagnant energy of not being able to move forward, or not trusting your intuition, and therefore unable to act. I feel like there's a lot of emotional processing that's happening. These old ideas are changing and moving into this period of achievement. And with the full moon lunar eclipse, which is really about releasing and letting go and healing. Typical full moon energies are about that. With the lunar eclipse, there is still a period where you can't just go right into this Ten of Pentacles energy. There is something that's holding you back. Three of Wands. Delays. Obstacles. Okay, maybe taking a risk that didn't turn out the way that you planned, or someone else taking a risk and something not turning out the way that they planned, you know. This could be twin flame connections or different interpersonal relationships, business partnerships, whatever it means for you, where these connections or these emotional ties were more of a significance at one point for one party or the other. And as certain entities and individuals are doing the work on themselves, trying to break out of these old ways, old paradigms, old conditionings, like the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree, breaking free of ancestral karma, healing, balancing out one's own energies, doing the work that's needed to evolve, to ascend, to get on the higher frequency. Getting and moving into this Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles energy, okay, there could also be the energy of partnerships or divine connections coming back together, but certain parties of these connections are not ready to unite the way it was originally planned in the soul contract, because there is work that still needed to be done to raise the frequency. All right, so the Three of Wands here is just delays. Okay, there is a need to act, to bring something together where there's separation. But Three of Wands, again, there are obstacles that need to be worked through. And there may have be risks that are taken to bring something together without the reward. So there's disappointment here. But ultimately, we have the Magician. The Magician. The new moon in Sagittarius. It's all about all the energies that have aligned and brought us to this point, with Mars retrograde in Aries, all of the scorpionic energy, the full moon in Taurus, October 31st, okay, preparing for the harvest. There has been ups and downs, disappointments, pain, emotional trauma, delays, obstacles, but moving into this new moon in Sagittarius, we have the Magician. And it's all about manifestation. It's about power. It's about attraction. Getting to this Ten of Pentacles energy, overcoming the pain and trauma of separation from your twin flame, from being in balance with yourself, family issues, childhood trauma, wounding, ancestral wounding, abuse, obstacles, delays, getting to the Ten of Pentacles, getting to your birthright, all right? And this is what the new moon in Sagittarius is bringing us. It's the attraction, the balancing of your chakras, balance being restored to attract what it is that you desire, co-creation with the universe, mercurial energy. Again, I mentioned right there at the end of the second week, I believe, of December, we're having that Mercury is in Sagittarius, okay? And again, Magician is 1, December 1st, Mercury moved into Sagittarius. The Magician is mercurial energy. It rules Gemini and Virgo. And again, this is all about co-creation with the universe conspiring to bring everything together for you. All of your desires coming to fruition. So be mindful of your thoughts, your words, your actions. It's about inspired action, moving past the obstacles. Three of Wands is delays, obstacles, knowing that your ships are coming in, feeling the way, seeing the way, but for some reason, not being inspired to take action. Okay, and Mercury moving into Sag, it's about intellect, coupled with attraction, motivation, action, as above, so below, as within, so without. You're having all of the elements working to your advantage. Everything aligning as it should to bring everything to fruition. All of your desires being manifested. This is about skill. This is about intellect, power. All right, so this is the important messages. Breaking old conditioning, old paradigms, moving past the past into your birthright, into freedom, into your inheritance. Moving past delays, obstacles, and healing these connections, whether they're twin flame connections, family connections, or your own inner wounding. Coming to sacred union with yourself, but this is all about manifestation, okay? Wow. On the bottom of the deck, what do we have? We have the Seven of Pentacles. Yep. This new moon is all about all of your harvest paying off. Everything that you've invested in coming to reality in your material reality. Seven of Pentacles is Taurus energy or Earth. It's all about hard work, creativity, growth. Let's clarify. And right below that, I just noticed that number 13, death, all right? And we have the death card as well from the major faded overall energy of the reading, that resistance to the process. The inability to let go. The inability to face oneself, one's shadow. To keep things the same. To keep things submerged. There's been a lot of resistance, and there will still be a lot of resistance in the days to come. But the key here is breaking free of restrictions. There could be a lot of obsessive energy around you during this period, trying to keep you submerged, to keep you stuck in the 3D. Okay, so be mindful of that very resistant energy. Of individual circumstances around you that want to keep you stuck in a low vibration. This is also the energy of people who are not willing to wake up, to see the truth, to evolve in their consciousness. Okay. And we're just going to clarify. Okay. Let's just clarify these energies. New moon in Sagittarius. What is it bringing us? What do we have to prepare for? Clarify these energies around communication, guide, union, and fifth dimension. We have 6 of Cups in reverse, 10 of Pentacles, 3 of Wands in reverse with the Magician. All right, 7 of Pentacles upright. Can you clarify these energies, please? Yeah. 2 of Swords. All right, Libra energy. We already know that with the new moon in Sagittarius, there is going to be justice. This is 11 energy, okay? This is all about the portal opening up, leading to the scales being balanced, higher consciousness, the Jupiter-Saturn conjunction. Moving past corruption, illusions, and moving toward a completion. All right, but this is about being mindful of confusion, fear, deception around making a decision. Between what side you're choosing to be on. Now, with the 6 of Cups in reverse, it's like illusions. You know, illusions. If you're not on the same vibration as someone that's coming back from the past, it's okay to stand in your decisions. There could be energies cropping back up that are creating fear around choices, confusion or conflict, you know, creating this energy of being overwhelmed about something that you've already decided, you know. So it's like a final lap, a final showdown, and there's this energy that's cropping back up to kind of keep you stuck. This is all about the emotions that come with a decision. Maybe to walk away from a twin flame connection for good. Maybe to detach from family that has been detrimental to your growth or your ascension. This is letting go of emotional trauma and pain, abuse, childhood trauma, wounding, so that you can move forward in your process to ascend and to heal. Trusting your intuition and doing what's right for your journey, not anyone else's. What else? Yeah. We have the 5 of Pentacles, all right? More Scorpio energy here. There's a lot of Scorpio energy. Pluto, Mars. This is definitely about moving past the past and healing those deep emotional wounds. And the Five of Cups, you see someone in despair over what's been done, over what has been spilt or lost, and not seeing that there's 2 cups behind that are still there standing. So this is, again, other individuals, people, circumstances that are coming back to, who are in this energy of despair about what has been done, about what has been lost. It's emotional pain. And this could be the energy that these certain individuals want to keep you in as well, indecisive and confused about a choice that's already been made to move forward. To your birthright, to the Ten of Pentacles, to a satisfactory outcome, to follow your bliss. What else? Yeah, we have the Knight of Swords, okay? And yeah, so Knight of Swords, Gemini energy, okay? And this is all about communication. Swords are about communication. It's about the truth. It's about, in the Knights, it's about bringing a message, okay? And it's in reverse, this is usually a message of haste, and it's usually frustrated communication, drama, confusion, jealousy, pain. So again, moving past the stagnant, stuck energy, obstacles. This is the energy of partnerships or people who are not awakening. This could also be the energy of those who are choosing to dwell in a certain frequency. Coming forward and desiring to keep you or bring your frequency to a certain level, okay? So it's about staying focused. It's about staying in a high frequency, holding your light, and again, knowing cemented in your knowing as to not be swayed, confused, distraught in your decisions. The Knight of Swords in reverse. This is a disorganized, impatient, brash energy, okay? And this could be the energy that some people are left in that cannot move forward to where you're going in your frequency. And that's why it's important to be mindful of this type of energy being brought to the forefront, because emotional energy, this kind of emotional energy, regret, despair, can lower your vibration. And that's what you don't want during this time, because there is so much that is happening with this new moon energy. Things that only happen once in a blue moon. Okay? Believe in the impossible. Because for some, there are unions that are coming together. But it's very important to have your frequency right as you're guided and receiving these communications. Expect communication to come in that you've been expecting. This could be individuals coming back who are coming out of this energy here that have been held back, that have been in this energy weak, impatient, drama, surrounded by this energy, feeling delayed, feeling stuck, okay? But desiring to move toward happiness, satisfaction, their birthright, freedom, breaking free of cycles, lessons learned, karma resolved, absolution. Wanting to bring in justice, understanding and knowing that you, or whatever the circumstance is for you or them, that is divine timing, divine destiny. Okay, so there are individuals who are moving out of this energy, healing from emotional pain, childhood trauma, ancestral wounding, no longer ignoring their intuition, confused, indecisive, stuck, wanting to bring drama, unreliable communication. They're coming forward with this energy. 10 of Pentacles, Justice, Wheel of Fortune, divine timing, destiny, fate. Ready to close the cycle here in preparation for this new moon in Sagittarius, solar eclipse, Jupiter, Saturn conjunction. (11:11). Powerful portals opening up. Going from the 3D to the 5D. Sacred union within self. Actual twin flame connections coming together to do the great work in the 5D. That's what this new moon lunar eclipse in Sagittarius is promising. Let's get one more card here to clarify. Magician, 7 of Pentacles. We have the 7 of Swords and the 3 of Swords. Wow. 7, 8, 9, 10. That's another reduction. This reduces to 10. 7 swords plus 3 swords is 10 swords. Okay? We are clarifying this energy here of the Magician with the 7 of Pentacles. This is about attraction. This is about co-creation with the universe, being able to access all elements working in your favor, skill, again, attraction, as above, so below, as within, so without, investment, hard work, work paying off, your harvest, manifesting. All right. And then we have the 7 of Swords with the 3 of Swords. That's 10 swords. It's about completion. The end of betrayal, the end of heartbreak, grief, pain, third-party situations. Yes, there are unions coming together, twin flames coming together. There are awakenings that are happening with this new moon in Sagittarius. There are life-changing events happening, shifts that are going to change this world on a global scale and individually. Nothing will be the same. So the 3 of Swords, heartbreak, loss, lack of clarity, deception. 7 of Swords, upright, is all about thievery. And again, on a global scale or a personal scale, whether it's relationships or business or partnerships, leading into this new moon in Sagittarius, this lunar eclipse, it's all about new beginnings. It's all about clarity, sight, seeing. Solar is sun energy. So whatever was kept hidden, deception, betrayal, information, swords are about communication and truths, is no longer going to be able to be hidden. All right, that's globally. But in terms of relationships or divine connections, this is like a period. This new moon in Sagittarius, solar eclipse, it's all about seeing the truth. Everything that you have manifested coming into fruition. The 3 of Swords, it's also about rejection. The new moon in Sagittarius is about rejection for your protection. Things not coming together because of a bigger and more grander plan that the universe has in mind. Three of Swords with the 7 of Swords. That's 10 swords. It's a completion. An end to betrayal. It's a surrendering that's taking place all the way across the board, globally, within divine connections, family, within yourself. We've all went in really, really deep, okay, with Scorpio season. The catalyst was October 31st, the blue moon. Okay, preparing. Scorpio season brought us into the depths, to submerge, to bring forth everything that was submerged so that we can face it and heal it. All right. Moving past the resistance. Some of us are still resisting, are still dealing with others who are resisting, obsession, stagnation. But ultimately, there is an energy of divine timing, justice, major activations with this new moon in Sagittarius, DNA upgrades, leading into the Jupiter-Saturn conjunction. Massive, massive cycles completing here. Divine timing, divine destiny, cosmic justice, everything coming full circle. 8 energy, we do have balance, mirroring, twin flames, all of the work, everything that you manifested, as above, so below, as within, so without, everything coming together during these major planetary alignments and shifts, because it's divine destiny, because it's fate. And that brings clarity. 3 of Swords. Recovery, forgiveness. Because with the 3 of Swords and the 7 of Swords together, this is about moving past the deception, moving past the escapism, taking responsibility. People taking responsibility for their own evolution, their own healing. The universe holding the elites, the universe holding the dark entities, etc., responsible for their actions. And it's about choosing sides. And these 2 cards coming out together for me is a understanding that this is a period where people are taking responsibility for their actions, or at least wanting to. This is a time of acceptance, meeting challenges head on, and also new commitments forming. But because we do have this energy of the Death card in reverse twice for this reading, it's the universe's spirit is basically saying, be mindful of divine counterparts coming back. Be mindful of this underlying energy of resistance, obsession, understanding the motives of the people and the energies that you are surrounding yourself with, because it's the last lap of the race, and there are tests, there are temptations, okay? People coming back who are still in pain, wanting to resolve something, but maybe not accepting responsibility for their actions. This is a period of being in your power and examining the motives of the people around you, okay? But it's also a period when there is beautiful things manifesting, hard work is paying off, cycles are wrapping up, and there's a lot of abundance, satisfaction, and attraction that's happening. So it's your birthright, remember, to be free. And it's a time where we're moving past the obstacles and the delays and the loss and the loneliness and the judgment and moving into freedom, abundance, achievement. And this energy of promise. And this is your reading. I hope it was helpful. Again, very, very, very powerful reading here with the new moon. We have so much going on. Unions. As above, so below. Manifestation. 3D to 5D. Promises. All coming with this new moon in Sagittarius. Lunar eclipse. So many planetary shifts and alignments that are taking place that are leading to something very, very significant. Again, expect powerful change. Believe in the impossible. A new portal is opening up, and all you have to do is have the courage to forget about the past and move through it. You're being put back on the right path. There is nothing to fear. Everything is evolving. Yes, yes, 1,000 times yes. Whatever is happening now is happening for your greatest and highest good. This is an important turning point in your life. Be prepared for quite a ride. And events now could be jarring, but understand that any new direction you take will almost always lead somewhere better than where you are at the moment. This is a time of complete change of pace, and you are headed in the right direction. New moon in Sagittarius, full moon eclipse. Guys, manifestation, unions, moving from the 3D to the 5D. A new moon promise is on the table here, and it is going to bring in clarity, abundance, truth, union. So hold on to your seats. The time is now. Stay in your power. Keep your vibrations high now more than ever. Spread love wherever you go. And know that even in the twilight of the darkest and coldest night of December, remember that you'll be fine. There is nothing that can stop what's truly divine. Until next time.